Hey everyone, it's Alonda. You don't stop fighting a war just because you're losing battles. You change tactics. That's what I've been doing all week. This is week 61 on my GLP-1 weight loss journey. Let's get into it. I'd like to first thank Mochi Health for sponsoring today's video. I'll get into more information about them later. Well, like I stated, I have been dealing with many battles this week on my weight loss journey. One being the first one that I'm still trying to lose all this weight. I started at 264.7 pounds. I'm now down in the 190 blah, blah. At the end of this video, I will do my injection and my weigh-in, and that's when we'll find out how we are doing. So if you didn't know, on Wednesday, it was National Walking Day, and I was able to get my walks in. Well, sorta. I first thought I was gonna be one of those early gym girlies. Like, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna work out early. So I got up, I started doing my walk, and I realized just how dark and scary it was. Yeah, it was pretty dark and scary. So I was not successful. But I was told that later on that afternoon it would rain, so I wanted to get that walk in. I tried being an early morning, hottie, 5:55 walking, also I was trying to avoid the ducks. That's a whole nother ballpark, but let's just say it wasn't successful. I ended up having to take that afternoon walk, which when I did run into some new friends. We got some new duckies in the area. But we were cool. They didn't bother me. I didn't bother them. One of them was kind of in the walking path, but, I cut into the grass. They were. I let them have it. But for the most part, they didn't follow me home, and life is good. I am still trying to eat 1650 in calories, and I actually spoke with my nutritionist, dietitian. I'm really confused on what she is, but I spoke with her today just to kind of fine tune and double check where I am with hitting those 16 or 1650 calories per day. Like I told her, I say 1650, but sometimes I really don't get to all of 1650. Like I'm calculating and documenting how much I'm going to consume, but I don't consume everything. And y'all, whew. Speaking of which, whew. By the way, I'm in the car. My daughters are at an appointment and it's hot. So you see the fans blowing. Hold on, this side's having a Beyonce moment. This side is not cooperating. Hold on, let's see. Oh, there we go. Beyonce. I am not Beyonce, but it's hot in the car. So if you see me do a little wipe, it's cause I'm hot. It's sweaty in here, but my daughters are, in an appointment and I'm just waiting out in the car until they're done. What was I talking about? ADHD is real. Oh, dietitian. I met with my dietitian today over the phone, and I say dietitian, nutritionist. I really don't know what she is. I go back and forth with what she is. But nevertheless, she initially said she would like to see me at 1700 calories to 1800 calories per day. And I told her, coming from 1500 calories, baby, I could barely get to 1700. So all week I've been working at trying to get those calories in. And we really have to learn how to work with our bodies. I mean, truly, we have to learn how to work with our bodies. People say, listen to your body. Listen to your body, Alonda. Well, I've been listening to my body for 48 years, and it let me get to 264 pounds. Yeah, it let me get there. I did weigh myself on Monday, which is something I tend to do just to kind of triple and double check myself, because the weekend be y'all. During a weekday, I'm a school teacher, so I kind of have a schedule of how I eat, when I eat, and what I eat. On the weekends, it's a free-for-all. We just eating to eat. My daughters are back, so hold on. Oh, The bag is back there. They ate before they went to their appointment. So that's not my Freddy's bag. Don't be judging. Don't be judging. Can you lean in real quick? See, that's not me. That's not me. Now, this is where I have an issue. And y'all, I think it would make sense to you. I've spent 48 years listening to my body tell me, girl, you hungry. Girl, you hungry. You need to eat this. You need to eat that. You still hungry, girl. Now I have to listen to my body say, we full. Stop eating. This is enough. It is stressful on a body. So like I told her, I may document 1650, but I didn't consume 1650. And that's just one of my own personal issues with tracking. I like to be honest with my numbers or honest in my life. So if I say I ate 1650, I like to show I ate 1650. And I just really can't. Yeah. How do I show that I left 4 asparagus spares and I didn't eat those? How do I show that in my tracker? I don't know. How do I show that, yes, I'm eating salmon, but I didn't finish it? I don't know, but I'm trying. Again, that is one of the battles I have been dealing with this week. And I am just on this little play by play to work through it. Ultimately, she said a quote and I wrote it down. These are my notes. She said, Alonda, getting healthier is more important than that number on the scale. I said, oh my gosh, you are so right. Say it again so I could write it down. And she was like, Alonda, getting healthier is more important than that number on the scale. Our goal is 0.5 to 2 pounds. That is a healthy weight loss. And I said, okay. She was like, remember, somebody's walking by, keep focusing on gaining muscle because more muscle burns more fat. I said, all right. I will put that strategy, that tactic to play. And I have been doing my little 10-minute strength training videos. I'll link it down below in case people are like, 10 minutes, what? But she said, that's good. You've done several. That's good. Can we move it up to 11 minutes? So like find one of the 1 minute workouts or 1 minute workouts in the video and do an added minute of it. So, I told her, I said, well, I'll work on that week after next. Right now I did 3 strength training I say videos, but I did the video 3 times last week. I've only done it 2 times this week. There were a couple of days where I couldn't get home to do my walk because it was just a late day, which I did buy a walking pad. Yes, I did. No excuses for this girl. No excuses. So I bought a walking pad. It'll be here on Monday. So I know on those days when Houston decides to rain for no apparent reason, I will be able to get my walk in on the walking pad. And then those other days I can do my strength training. So I've done walking twice this week and I did strength training twice this week. I don't have a magic number of how many times a week I'm going to do something. I'm just going to do it when I feel like it's the right time to do it. Again, I'm going to listen to my body tell me what it needs, which is easier said than done because some days my body be like, girl, we tired. And that's what it said on Sunday. Sunday, I found myself going to church, coming home and taking a good old nap. A good nap. And I really don't even know why. Like, I haven't napped in weeks on weeks on weeks. This is the girl who every day came home and took a power nap and then would take her children to their particular sports and then get back in the car and be, this your girl. Hold on. This your girl. Oh, you want to go all slow now. It's all slow. But I'd be in here like, yeah. I think I told you in one of my videos, I actually overslept and my son was at swim practice and I woke up to the coach tapping on the window. Like, hey, you okay? Yeah, he was the last one to get picked up. Mind you, I'm in the parking lot, but I was asleep. But yeah, I haven't, been napping like that. But Sunday, this girl sure did need a nap. So I think that was my body saying, let's have a rest day. We've had 6 days of working out. We need to rest. So I gave it that. Speaking of fronts on the battle. Yeah, I remember that video. I'm going to put it up here somewhere and I'll link it below, where I was trying to decide which dresses I was going to wear. Next week I have the Just Be You conference or award show, and I wanted to wear the one with the big bow. Well, my 16-year-old had a cotillion on Saturday, and we went back and forth on if she was going or if she was not going, because she didn't have a date, and all her friends had dates, and she didn't have a date. I mean, I'll show you the table setting. The table, you see the table. Everybody had a date except for her. And she was like, I don't want to go. So we stopped looking for a dress. We just said, all right, fine. You're not going to go. That's fine. Whatever. Money wasted, but okay. Well, then her friend, lost her date, and she's gone through a lot. Actually, remember, I mentioned that, I had a friend that passed away of cancer, and that was my 16-year-old friend's mom. So, Dad was like, I do not want her to miss out on this. Please let her go so the two of them can go together. So they went together, and you see them sitting at the end of the table together. But I tell y'all all to say this. We went through all the closets, their closets, my closets, to try to find a last minute dress. This was Friday night. Cotillion was on Saturday. Guess what dress fit? Yeah. The dress I couldn't get my boobs in. Guess what dress fit? That one. Yeah, I show it right here to cover up the Freddy's bag. That dress fit her. So I had a moment like, oh my God, like we almost wear the same size. Oh, if you remember, I put on a Old Navy skirt. I'll show that picture too. I'll put that picture right here too. Now I can't sit in it. Don't have me sit on it. That slit will go a little higher, but this girl can put it on and zip it. What you say? So, I am winning some of the battles, but the ultimate goal is to get to 150. Again, my doctor would say 135-ish, but I gotta change the tactic, y'all. I have to change the tactic. I've been doing this for 61 weeks. Yeah, 61 weeks. The same tactic is not going to keep working. So I have to change, my tactics to continue the battle. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. So yes, I'm sponsored by Mochi. Love them. Despite all of the issues that they are going through. Now, Big Pharma is gonna do their thing, and they're gonna do it to each and every pharmacy that is compounding our oh so popular GLP-1 medications. So I know some people feel concerned, scared. As I have this conversation with you right now, my heart is pacing very, very fast. Like I could have her do this and she'd be like, yeah, but then you'd be like, did she just agree with her or not? But yeah, I'm saying this because the anxiety of the situation does rise up. There is a big battle for our compounded medicine, and I condone people who are on name brand. You go, boo. I was on name brand myself, and I did that for quite a bit. I'm a school teacher, and my school district does not cover GLP-1 medications, so I was paying out of pocket. I currently have 3 graduating kids, 2 being high school and 1 being college. October, everything just went to a head. There was only so much money I could keep spending out of savings before college applications, fees, this, that, even right now. I'm going to do this number. How much is SMU's deposit?
$800.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, $800. And they want that May 1st. So and that's just this boo. My son is graduating from the Naval Academy, in May, and he will be moving to Charleston. And guess what? He's living in an apartment. So what does that mean? First and last month's rent, deposit for, lights, gas. He's coming from a dorm. So boo thing has no furniture. He also has no car. So there are a lot of expenses in my household that I have to consider. Yeah, y'all, we finna have a Beyonce moment. A lot of stuff I have to consider. Ooh, y'all. Tell you the anxiety of the medication and the money. Yeah, I know you cold. I'm sorry, baby. I'm also hormonal. I'm hormonal. It is what it is. Welcome to my world. It'll come your turn one day. But, that was me. I was on name brand and, I was doing my thing, but it is just not feasible for me. Kid you not. Wednesday, I went to get my car serviced and I got hit with this number. Oh, I'm going to show it over here. I'm going to cover that bag again. Because I'm going to cover him. I got hit with this number. This is what they said would cost to repair my car. Y'all see that number? Yeah. That's the value of my car. So what are they telling me? You need a new car. Well, I'm going to ride this bad booger until the wheels fall off, because it does get to a point in my world where it's medication, needs of the family, medication, needs of the family. And right now with the compound, I can meet both. I can meet the needs of the family and I can meet, my own personal health journey, because I know my family needs me. So I need to make it work. That is my situation. Truly to each his own. And we all have to do what's going to work best for us. So with that being said, and I know Big Pharma is coming after many of our telehealth friends, we are going to have to strategize how to keep moving forward. I will be staying with Mochi because, one, they are the most affordable for my budget, and I'm able to wait out some things. I do have a little stockpile of stuff, and even periodically when we have an overflow of money in the house, I have been able to buy name brand. And again, I still don't even know why the crap I do that. Actually, I do know why. Because if that money sits there too long, we're going to find a reason to spend it on something else. And we know it compound, you can only buy so much at a time. I probably should have been trying to buy the 6-month supply, but there's a balance. I have this amount of extra money. That 6-month supply was here. So how do I make that work? Well, I can go buy one box. So I am doing and maneuvering things the way I need to. And if you need to do the same, boo, you do that. My goal for you is for you to also be able to live a healthy, long, sustainable life with your GLP-1 medications. Okay. Mochi Health is having to pivot and come up with different tactics. But let's be honest. They all are about to. Big Pharma ain't going, they are who they are. And we're all going to have to pivot and battle, in our own way. So yeah, I hope that answers everyone's questions. Because people were like, Alonda, are you okay? I am okay. I have a little stockpile that I can work off. But behold, I can only control the things that I can control. Big Pharma, pharmaceutical companies, GLP-1 companies, I can't control them. I can only control the things that are in my life. And with that being said, some people got a lot of stuff to say. TikTok is mean, y'all. Them people mean. They haven't been mean to me. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. They haven't been mean to me, but I've been seeing some stuff. Yeah. I often live with to each his own, treat others the way you would like to be treated. And there's no way I would do or say some of the stuff that people have been saying. I wouldn't want that karma. That's some serious karma. I don't want that karma. But I do respect and I understand everybody has a situation. And baby, my goal for you is to just be healthy and be able to do what you need to do to help to live a long, prosperous life. So yeah. So let's get into this weigh-in. and injection. Good morning, everyone. It's Alonda. Happy Friday. It is injection time. I just stood on the scale. 152. No, 195.2. 152. Y'all, I would be near goal. No, 195.2. So yeah, 195.2. Yeah, that's what that said. 195.2. What? I'm saying. Oh yeah, I guess so. It looks like this is the end. Let me see. Yeah, this is the end. So I got my 50. I did my arm. Yep. So I went to MAC and I have bought some new lipsticks and I bought some foundation because y'all, I have not been doing my face. Well, I don't like makeup for the most part. I really don't. I wear lipstick, but I'm not really big on face stuff. I know I'm making y'all nervous with the needle. I apologize. So with all the different things like my daughter's proms and the cotillion, we did, what did we do? We did foundations. So I bought me some as well, but at work I don't like wearing it. I sweat, I go through stuff, I get my Beyonce fan going. I just have moments at work. So I don't tend to wear makeup during the day. But next week, I will be wearing it for the event, for the Just Be You award show. So yeah. What else? Oh. Well, I've been trying this little cream. I know y'all see it on TikTok. Yeah, I've been trying it. It was a birthday awards that I got from one of the stores, that one. And this, it won't focus. It likes me. Okay, here we go. I'll hide. Oh, no. Okay, the camera likes me. Whatever. But I've been trying out random products, trying to touch base to my feminine side. You know, I care about myself and my body. So yeah, just trying to play around with stuff to figure out the new version of me. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and take care. Bye.